Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of Shohid Birutam Western Armor Girls College, Dhaka Cantonment, Dhaka. I am Farzana Nasreen, your English teacher. Today I am going to teach you from writing part, and our topic is dialogue writing. And you should know that it's open to all students from class 6 to 10. So today we are going to learn how to write a dialogue. So objective of today's learning is to develop 3 language skills: listening, reading and writing. At the same time it will also help you to speak better. I hope so. So before starting the class, I would like to know what is dialogue. If you were present before me, I think I would get answers from you. But as it is not possible, let us see the definition of dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation between two persons, a literary composition in form of conversation between two people. So we can say that dialogue is a written form of spoken language. It's very important, written form of spoken language, and it needs active participation of at least 2 persons. 2 persons means at least 2 persons. So what we have understood that dialogue is actually a spoken language. When we speak, we interact, we use dialogue. Conversation takes place between persons, and that is very important, and for that we need participation. So if one stand and say something for a long time, it's not a dialogue actually, it becomes a lecture. And today I think I am doing the same thing. I am giving you a lecture, but it should not be like that. So if you were in my class, we had conversation, that is dialogue, and it is the spoken language, and it's very important that we are going to give written form of a spoken language, and it needs a participation of persons, 2 persons, at least 2 persons. So we are going to involve 2 persons to make a dialogue. So to learn how to write a dialogue, first we have to know the features of a dialogue. Let us see the features: easy, lucid and lively. As I have told you that spoken language, we are going to give a written shade, so it should be like real life situation. So it should be very easy, very lively. As you know that when we communicate with each other, communication is important, not rules, not grammatical rules. So what is important? If you can convey message to others, if it is very easy to receive, that is very important. So we are going to follow that. It is informal. Obviously it is informal. We are not going to follow hard and fast rule to write a dialogue, because as I have told you that we are not always formal when we share anything to others. So as we are going to write to get marks, good marks, then it should have an organized shape. So to start a dialogue, we should always follow greetings like hello, how are you, etc. But it doesn't mean that you will have to always start with hello, how are you, etc. It can be changed. Suppose if you meet someone, if you want to attract someone's attention you don't know, then it's better to use excuse me to attract the attention. Then you will continue your conversation. So 2/3 of the dialogue focuses on the main topic. Actually, when we are led to write a dialogue, we are given a topic, and that topic is very important. So most of the dialogue will deal with that topic. So it's very important. When I say 2/3 of the dialogue focuses on the main topic, what about 1/3? 1/3, you are going to start the dialogue, and then you will introduce the topic in your dialogue writing. Then you will continue to 2/3 of dialogue with the topic, and at last when you end the dialogue, it will also it is included in 1/3 of writing a dialogue. So asking for information, it's very important. When we talk about something, if you want to know about something, if you want to give information, you have to ask. If you ask, you are going to get reply. So asking is very important in dialogue writing, and you can do it with WH question, because when we need to get information, we have to ask WH question. So there are two different types of questions. One is WH question for more information, detailed information, and that is yes/no question. So we are going to discuss that later. Providing information in reply, obviously. If you ask, you are going to get information. So ask and give information. It should be involved in your dialogue writing. Short delivery of speeches. So always try to deliver speech shortly. Don't make it lengthy so that it becomes a lecture. And short delivery speeches is very important. With example, we are going to discuss it later. Conclusion with farewell greetings. As I have told you, that it's better to start a dialogue with greetings, and also it should have a conclusion, and you should conclude a dialogue with farewell greetings, thanksgiving, etc. So our aim is to give written form of our spoken language. So how we speak, how I am speaking now, that should be reflected on our writing. So it's very important to be lively. And how we can do that? Let us see use of contraction. So you should use contraction in your dialogue writing. Let us see some examples. You can use instead of I have, do not, don't, cannot, can't, I am, have not, haven't. So use contraction. It will make your dialogue more lively. So asking can be done in short language using one-word question. As I have told you that dialogue writing is very informal, so you can ask with one word only. And what is important here? Communication. So if I can do that with one word, that is very fine. Let us see the example. Sam, I did not go to school yesterday. Hans said, why? Only one word with a question mark. And what does it mean? It could be, if he was very formal, it could be, I didn't go to school yesterday. Hans would say, why didn't you go to school yesterday? But he didn't do that. So he just only used why, and that is enough to communicate. And Sam said, I could not finish my homework. Hans, really? That means really is a question. He was surprised, and at the same time he wanted to know whether it was real that he couldn't finish his homework. Oh yes. So you will see that I have already used contraction here, didn't, couldn't, etc. And also in one word I have asked question, and I have got information also. So in the same way, replying in affirmative or negative. I told you that two type of questions we have to ask. One is WH question to get detailed information, and another is yes/no question. So if it is like that, in reply to yes/no question, it is better to reply in the affirmative, negative. For example, let us see the example. Teacher said, Laila, do you know what time it is? Laila said, yes, sir, I know. So she replied in the affirmative. Teacher said, and you are late for class as usual. Laila said, sorry sir, it will not happen again. See the dialogue, sorry sir, apology and respect, they should be involved in your dialogue writing. Teacher said, have you done your homework? Another yes/no question. And the reply was, Laila said, yes sir, I have. So Laila could say, yes sir, I have done my homework. Instead she said, I have. That's enough to communicate, to give information. And teacher said, good, only for this reason you can come in. So Laila said, thank you sir. So here another example of ending of dialogue with a good stroke of words, that is thank you sir, thank giving. It is very important. You should always conclude your dialogue with greetings, thanksgiving, etc. Replying to a question in short. We have learned that with one word we can ask. in the same way, with few words, with phrases, simple phrase, we can give the detailed information. So reply can be done in short. Let us see the example. Rana said, "Where are you going, Faiza?" And Faiza replied, "To library." And you? See here, I have used two things. One is to library. She could say that I am going to library. Instead, she said to library. That's enough to convey the message. It is informative. And you. So and you means it's a group of words, two words only. And you. With question mark, it becomes a question. That means Faiza wants to know about him. Rana, I am going to buy some medicine for mother. Faiza asks, "How is aunt now?" So asking question for getting information, I told you. And in second, Rana said, "Getting better. Thanks for asking." So here Rana said, "Getting better." He could say that she is getting better. Instead he said getting better. That's enough to get information, full information. And Faiza, you are welcome. See you soon. Okay, bye. That is, look at the end. It is a conclusion with taking farewell, saying bye. Okay, bye. So it's a good piece of dialogue. And then use of punctuation marks are very important to make a dialogue effective. It's very important. You know that punctuation marks. Why should we use punctuation marks? We are using punctuation marks, but what is extra importance? You know that I have told you that writing dialogue is spoken for written form of spoken language. So how we speak, it should be reflected in our writing. So when we speak, there is rise and fall in our voice. We express wonder. Expression is very important. But how we can do that in our writing with punctuation marks? If you put different punctuation marks, sentences change. You will see, like really, when you are excited, you want to express the excitement, you have to put exclamation sign after really. Otherwise, it will be very flat. You are coming. See, you are coming. You are coming. So here, you are coming is an assertive sentence. Okay. So if you give a full stop, then it becomes a simple assertive sentence. But only a question mark changes the expression, the aim of the sentence. That is, you are coming. That means I am asking someone if he or she is coming or not for permission. So see how important punctuation mark is. It's true when you become very much excited in the same way. It's true is an assertive sentence when it becomes an exclamatory sentence. With the help of exclamation, it expresses excitement. You did it in the same way. So I hope you have understood it very well. So you are going to use these sort of punctuation marks or phrases in your dialogue writing. Use of tag question, it is also very important. It's those who haven't learned question tag, you should know that you frequently use question tag when you speak to others, when you speak to your friends, you speak to your parents, but you have never thought like that. So this is time you thought it and you use it in your dialogue writing. Let us see an example. "Jane, you are going with us, aren't you?" And Nancy said, "I'm not sure, I will try." Jane, "But you know how much I need your company, don't you?" So the words in red color, they are question tag. Actually, they are asked not to get any reply. They are ornaments of your spoken language. Aren't you? Don't you? So use of fillers. Fillers are also very important. Fillers are, what does it mean? You should know that as I have told you that you use them. You use tag question, you also use filler in your actual life situation, but you never thought like that. So filler means it fill up some time. It consumes some time. Like we are actually not always ready to talk about something. We are not always ready to give a reply. Sometimes we need to prepare ourselves mentally. then we share that, we speak about that. So when we need some time to prepare ourselves, we use some noise with the help of a few letters. Then it gives us some space to prepare ourselves. So these are fillers, and you can use fillers. It will enrich your dialogue writing. You can use fillers like will, etc. So let us see the example. Ron said, "Would you please come with me?" And Sam said, "Sorry, I can't. I need to study." Why did he use filler? To take some time, because he was not decided whether he could go with Ron or not. Then he remembered that he needed to study. That's why he prepared himself with the help of filler and said that, "Sorry, I can't, I need to study." I hope you have understood the use of filler. Asking for permission in polite way is very important, because in course of our conversation we have to ask for anything. We may have to ask for anything. So it should be in a polite way. Modals would, could, may should be used to ask permission. Let us see an example. Ruby, "Tanya, would you please lend me your pen?" Tanya said, "Of course, here it is." And Ruby said, "Thanks, dear." So after getting any favor, we should always mention, we should always be thankful to others. So use them frequently in your dialogue writing. You are welcome. So how you can write a dialogue without memorizing from a common source is very important. My aim of this class is like that. So I request my students not to memorize dialogue from any book, from any source. Dialogue should be learned. Dialogue writing should be learned. And if you know the features of a dialogue, if you know how to write a dialogue, you can write anything on any topic. You can create your own dialogue. For that, I'm going to suggest you some steps. First, write down the topic. So when you are led to write a dialogue, you are always given a topic. So first you should write down the topic in your copy. You should remember that whatever topic you get, it's not 100% unknown to you. You may have experience, you may have read it, you may have heard about it. So, and even if you don't know about the topic, okay, then what you can do? You can search for it. You can look for it in different sources. So just don't run after copied one. Don't run after made one. You have to make yourself. The dialogue you should create yourself. For that, jot down information on the topic from different sources. Like it can be your own experience, it can be others' experience, it can be any book, it can be internet. So you have to jot down the information. You have to gather knowledge. After gathering knowledge, organize your writing and follow the rules of dialogue writing and complete 2/3 of dialogue dealing with the topic. So I have already told you that the topic is important and your 2/3 of dialogue writing should be on that topic. And what does it mean, 2/3? I think it's enough to create 8 to 10 pairs based on the topic. So it will cover 2/3 of your dialogue writing. So first, what I have told you, first take the topic and gather knowledge. After gathering knowledge, organize your topic, because we have to involve 2 persons in dialogue. So you have to organize that, you have to manage your writing. Then what about 1/3? 1/3 of the dialogue will deal with greetings, introducing the topic and ending the dialogue with thanking or farewell greetings. So I have already talked about that part. So after this lesson, what we have learned today? Let us check back. Definition of a dialogue, we have learned that dialogue is a conversation between two persons. It needs active participation. Remember, active participation. So if you make your one dialogue lengthy, it would not be an active one. So active participation is very important. Participation of at least two persons. Features of conversation or dialogue. So how we can make a dialogue lively? For that we have learned different features of a dialogue and how a dialogue can be written. I have also guided that, and the most important thing that I tried to teach you today, dialogue is not to be memorized, rather it should be created. So today I would like to give you a homework. Don't take it otherwise. You don't have to submit it to your teachers. You just have to justify yourself. You have to see whether you have learned anything from my class. That I told you not to memorize. Use your knowledge, use others' knowledge sources to create a dialogue, following the rules of writing a dialogue. So I have chosen a topic you all know. We all know about it. The homework is, suppose you are very much concerned about the prevailing situation due to coronavirus and staying at home. Now, write a dialogue between you and your friend about the importance of staying at home. I know we all know why we are staying at home and what's the importance of staying at home at this very moment. And this is your topic. What is the topic? Importance of staying at home. I know you know very well the importance. So organize yourself, gather knowledge and write a dialogue. I think you can do it. Any question? So I know you may have different questions in your mind, but sorry, it's not possible for me to answer at this moment. We are going to share our answer when we will get back to our normal class life. And now I can help you. If you have any query, if you want to know anything, you can write it in comment section. So I will check and I will try my best to answer your questions. So thank you very much. Everybody please stay at home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.